Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia. We're at the Canadian International Auto Show. We've got access to these cars before the public comes in. We were at the VIP night last night. This is the Kia Niro EV. Now we've done a video of this in the American car. We saw it a pre-production model at the Detroit Auto Show, so you may have seen us talk about this car before. This is the Canadian car. Now we're still talking a pre-production car, so some things could change, but we've sold more of these cars than anyone in the country at this point. So we're committed to being a leader on this, not only for information like we're doing right now, but also in sales. So this is a car that you can buy today from us. You can reach us at internetsales@brantfordkia.ca. That's our email address. You can also call us at 519-304-6542. Our salespeople are ready to talk about this car. So let's take a quick look. You may have seen the video that I did in Detroit. Again, we're looking at more of a Canadian's perspective. We're gonna start at the back end. First of all, if you've seen a Niro in person, this is the same thing. It's really no different than our regular Niro. There's a couple differences that I'll try to point out for you, but the trunk space, I mean, you would have no idea this is any different than our hybrid Niro. You still have the underfloor storage underneath there. You've got, full 60/40 fold down seats. The trunk space from what I'm looking at is identical. There's really no difference. Nice clearance here. I'm about 6 feet tall, so you've got lots of space to get underneath there. This is kind of that crossover style, wagon style car, and I think the size is perfect for a lot of families. It is a 5-passenger car. Even on the lights, you're gonna notice no real difference at all. The only thing that's gonna tip you off to that this is not the regular hybrid is this badge down here. It says Eco Electric. It used to say Eco Hybrid if it's the hybrid. So there's a plug-in hybrid version of this car as well. If you wanna talk about that car, we can. We're excited about the EV model. That's what we're talking about in this vehicle. So backseat space, very, very similar to our regular Niro. I wonder, just based on me feeling, if the floor is just a tiny bit taller than it is in the regular Niro. So if you're looking at a regular Niro, that's one difference. It is common in our current Kia Soul electric vehicle. The floor is a little bit higher. So again, the battery in the back of these cars, or the battery in these cars, requires a little bit of extra technology. This one's got a battery warming system. It's a technology that they use in Canada and in other parts of the world that will help reduce that range loss that you get on EVs in the cold weather. Well, that's a really important thing to have, so we know this car has that. We're gonna hop in the driver's seat for a second, because there's basically, if you're looking at a regular Niro hybrid, the driving position, everything feels exactly the same. Biggest difference is right here beside me. You've got this new shifter here. So in the regular Niro, you've got sort of a traditional looking shifter. It has, you can shift it into sport mode. This one has this new digital type system. It's a dial system. It's very similar in function to our Kia Stinger, but they do the same thing on this as they do in the Kia Soul EV. It's the identical shifter there, and it gives you a little bit more space down here. So if you want to put your purse or your stuff, all kinds of stuff, you've got a little bit more space there. You've still got wireless charging for your phone. You've got heated and cooled seats up front. You've got heated seats out back, leather seats. This is going to be a Niro SX touring type feel to it, with the exception that this section is going to be different. Same 8-inch screen here, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do have paddle shifters as well. So those paddle shifters, again, electric vehicles may not have some of the same transmission, but those paddle shifters will give you a regenerative braking thing. So when we get this car in stock, we're going to take it out on test drive. We're going to show you how that works, but that's what the paddle shifters are for. Everything else, if you've seen a regular Niro, that's what this car feels like. And that's why I think people are ready to buy this car now, because they understand what they're getting. They understand the technology through the specs. We can talk to you about all that kind of thing. But what you're getting as far as a feel, we have a car in our showroom today that feels exactly the same as this. So let's hop out for 1 second. We're going to talk charging for a second. Take you over to the front here, there's a charging station. As we look at the front end of the car, a little different in the Niro EV than the regular Niro. You've got a little bit different style piece here. That's all about aerodynamics. And also, you don't need as much airflow through the car as you would on a gasoline car. This is your charge port here. So let's talk charging for a second. Here we go, 385 kilometers of range. It's right there on the auto show, big letters. That's what you need to know. Stage 2 charger, that's how you're gonna charge this car. You can plug it into a regular plug, takes probably 30 or more hours to plug in. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna have a stage 2 charger in your house. It's about 9.5 hours to charge. We'll get those official specs to you later. The other thing you can do is stage 3 charging. Now, Petro-Canada just announced at the auto show that they're gonna put stage 3 charging across the country at their stations. So when you're looking at that range, keep in mind 60 to 75 minutes, you can get an 80% charge in this car and you can keep traveling. So you stop for lunch and you go a long, long ways after that. So this is a real car that can actually replace a gas car. So we're excited about it. We know you have questions about it. If you want to know more, let us know in the comments below. Let us know what you want to know and we'll answer your questions. And like I say, we can order this car for you today. No one sold more than us at Brantford Kia. We're committed to being a leader in this vehicle and we'll be there for you. So there you go, everybody. Kia Niro EV.